Can you be healthy and have high blood pressure at the same time? It's going to depend on what you consider healthy. So when most people say the word healthy, what they mean is that they're thin and young and good looking. We all, hopefully at one point in our life, were thin, young, and good looking. I don't think I was, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But what if you have high blood pressure? By definition, at least in my book, if you have high blood pressure, you're no longer considered healthy. So when people say, I'm healthy, but I have high blood pressure, the answer is no. That would be like saying, I'm healthy, but I had a heart attack, or I'm healthy, but I have diabetes. So when you use the word healthy, you're usually meaning that you're neither not dying, you're young, you're good looking, lean, those types of things. There are many components of high blood pressure, things that can cause high blood pressure. There are some things that you have no control over and some things that you do have control over. There's an old saying in healthcare that genetics loads the gun, but the environment pulls the trigger. And if you have, unfortunately, bad genetics and you have high blood pressure that runs in the family, regardless of anything that you can control, then it behooves you to try things that you can control. So if you suspect that you're healthy and you have high blood pressure, I'm going to give you a checklist right now. So go ahead and get a piece of paper, get a pencil or pen, and let's get down to brass tacks and figure out if we can change the environment a little bit so that it doesn't pull the trigger on what's already loaded with that gun called genetics. Number one, do you smoke? Number two, are you stressed? Number three, what is your diet like? Are you following a fad diet or are you eating reasonable? Number four, are you exercising? Now, besides the obvious stuff, there's some other things. Let's focus on those. Number one, do you smoke? The answer is, if you do, you have to stop. And what prompted this video was I just had a patient, we were talking about heart disease, and he says, well, what causes heart attacks? And I said, are you serious? Do you not know what causes heart attacks? And he said, yeah, I don't know. And I said, okay, well, let's give you a list. Number one, smoking. He goes, don't tell me that, doc. I was like, do you smoke? And he says, yeah. How do you not know this? I mean, the government has put a label on these things, but people don't read the labels. So smoking, number one. If you smoke, you need to stop today, now. It's already done. You already stopped. So right there is your checklist. Number two, your diet. Are you eating crappy foods? Are you eating foods that you know are causing heart disease? There are many fad diets, and some are really extreme to this side and some are really extreme to this side. And I understand that those people on those two extremes are fanatical. But if you want to know what has worked the best as far as research is concerned, you'd probably be better off following a kind of a zone diet or a Mediterranean diet, that type of diet. So if you can read some books or watch some other videos that I have on my channel regarding diet, you'll see that the more vegetables, the more fruits, the more fish, the more eggs that you eat, the better off you're going to be. Number three, stress. Stress is a big one. Stress causes our hormones to kind of get out of whack, such that it causes tremendous differences in our blood sugar, our blood pressure. So you have to learn how to handle stress. And a lot of it is an attitude, but you can do some exercises every day regarding stress that work quite well. And one of my most popular videos is a breathing video that shows you how to do deep breathing to instantly recalibrate your blood pressure. And at the end of this video, I'll put a link at the bottom. I'll put it in a box. So make sure and hit that link and I'll show you exactly how to do that. The fourth thing that you need to check off the box for is, are you exercising? And if the answer is no, today is when you start, not tomorrow. Don't set a time. Don't plan on it. You're going to do it today. And so if you're watching this video just on your phone, just start right now. Just start walking. Now watch where you're going. Don't trip or anything like that. But go for a walk. And the key is to develop the habit of exercise, not necessarily the exercise itself. So if you're totally you're just not an exercise person, I would recommend every day at the same time, you get up, you go that way out of your house for 2 minutes, turn around and come home and see if you can get back as quick as you went. So you're going to do 4 minutes of exercising. Now that's not enough to change your blood pressure, but it is enough to develop the habit. And what will happen is once you develop the habit of doing your exercises every day at the same time, 7 days a week for the rest of your life, you'll start to realize, wow, 4 minutes, I actually enjoy this. Maybe it relaxes you, it helps you with stress, but then 4 minutes is going to become easy, and then you start going 3 minutes that way, and then 4 minutes that way, and 5 minutes, and you build up. Ultimately, the goal would be to walk for an hour a day, 7 days a week, but that isn't realistic for most people. But if you develop the habit of every single day doing that, some days you may only do 5 minutes. The next day you may be able to do an hour. Wouldn't that be awesome? But then the following day you may only have time for a half an hour, but it's the habit that you develop of exercise. Can you be healthy and have high blood pressure? The answer is no by definition, because having high blood pressure is a disease in and of itself. Go ahead, get started on these 4 changes. At the end of the video here, I'll have that link, and I wish you the best, and I hope this video has inspired you to try to lower your blood pressure.